I wish.
So, man, this brother's cold.
This brother cold. He's Sir Mix-a-Lot. We live again, man. We live again. Jeez. I can see everybody else was like commenting and laughing. I'm like,
Right.
well, what the fuck, guys? Sorry, guys. That's that's my Wi-Fi. That's my Wi-Fi. It's happened on the show a few times too. So
It's all good, man. Technology, man. You know, it happens, unexplainable at times, but
yeah, big time.
no, we were talking about we left off talking about Nasir Reed winning sixth man of the year, man. So props to that brother, man. He had a great season, can play the 4 position, can play the 5 position.
Hell of a shooter.
Heck, I was gonna say stretch shooter, man. So he causes a lot of problems for the opposition.
Yeah, definitely. What up? Yeah,
what up,
back.
Ryan? We back live and direct. We back.
No more beat making.
Yeah, he decided to stop trying to be Dr. Dre, man. So we hopefully we're back in business now.
Because I do say, yeah, I'm your DJ.
You do, man. You took it literally. I was like, okay, man, he's over there mixing and scratching, man. Sir Mix-a-Lot Jr. over there. Sir Mix-a-Lot Jr. over there.
Mix-a-Lot Jr. Uncle Sir Mix-a-Lot.
Right.
Oh God, but yeah. So yeah. Again, congrats to Nas Reed. That's awesome, amazing. He definitely has the competition. So
we're gonna hop into that, Ryan. That's definitely on deck. We're saving the best for last, so we're gonna do that. We're gonna wrap it up with the draft talk. So what's everybody's prediction, man? Are the Wolves gonna sweep tonight? They're gonna close it out, or you think the Suns sneak out one, man? What's your thoughts?
Yep. What say ye? Let us know in the comments. So you want to give us a quick recap on the on what we got going on in the NFL or the NBA playoff right now?
Yeah, before we jump in, and we'll get to that. So what you think the Wolves close it out tonight, or you think the Suns win one? I think so too.
Yeah, I think they close it out. They're just they're clicking on all cylinders, and I just don't see the Suns having an answer for them. Like we said, to keep they keep throwing their bench at them. What was his name? Alexander Walker. That's SAG's cousin, and he's starting to ball out like him. So
did you hear what Barkley said?
What did he say?
He said he's starting to see some MJ and Kobe and Ant-Man.
Yeah.
Sir Charles.
Yeah, Sir Charles said it. Goddamn MJ. So sweet. Sons are demoralized. Sweet. But no, what's his name? Edwards. He's playing like MJ.
He's not like that dude, man. He is.
Yeah. I mean, I can't take. Hey, MJ's he's second. Greatest all time NBA. So that's big. That's big. No. He's second. That is huge. He's the second GOAT. So
yeah. Okay. Yeah. Well, next we'll get into the phony GOAT right here. We'll get into those busted Lakers, man. They finally won a game last night, man. What were your thoughts on that?
I thought it was just a matter of time, because look, I don't care what you guys say. The Lakers, to me, are the better team. They've shown that. They've shown that throughout the entire series. They'll go way up and they just run out of gas.
Stop.
They just okay. So they're not running out of gas. You don't see that?
But man, why aren't the Nuggets running out of gas then?
Because they're younger.
No, the Lakers. Hold on, the Lakers got some young cats on their team too. Reeves ain't that old.
Yeah, but the stars are old. Well,
but to me, you don't get no excuse about being old. You can't be saying you don't get excuse about him.
Jordan did.
You don't get excuse about he's playing at. Nah, when the Bulls winning them championships, they wasn't saying he's running out of gas. You didn't see
no. What happened when he was at the Wizards?
I mean, dude had sat out but he wasn't no championship. Dude, he played. He had part ownership of that team with Abe Pollin.
He said fire shotty. Man, I keep trying to get him to fire me, but he's saying, nah, man. Next show will be better. Next show. Do your research.
Like, there's always hope.
There's always hope. Right? Yeah, I mean, look. I've seen LeBron at 38, and I've seen Jordan at 38. People are expecting LeBron to win championships, and they were not expecting it out of MJ. So whatever.
No,
Lakers are old. Yeah, LeBron does not suck. Have you seen his numbers? Like go look at the box scores in
No, he definitely
all
doesn't
games.
suck.
No, he definitely doesn't suck.
But give me a break though. Nobody was expecting Jordan to lead the Wizards to a championship. The Washington Wizards, that they weren't even made like that. He only played because he was part owner and then he was running the basketball operations. Like, come on, man, that's not even the same thing.
When you step on the court, isn't that the whole point to win a championship?
Okay, so let me ask you a question. If LeBron right now left the Lakers in the offseason and went and joined the Detroit Pistons, would you say they're supposed to win a championship?
I wouldn't say that, but everybody else would.
But nobody was saying that back then that MJ is going to win a championship.
It's just basketball. Go. No, everywhere, Chris, you know that everywhere LeBron goes, people expect him to win championships. Why?
100%.
Right. Because everywhere he's been, he's won
in
a championship.
Yeah, but he's also building. Like, that team was built. You went and got Anthony Davis. He signed with Clutch. He left and then forced his way out of New Orleans and got traded to the Lakers. Said he would only get traded to the Lakers. So, like, he helped orchestrate that team. That wasn't the same thing in Washington. That was like a team that was bad, that was lucky to, like, even try to compete for a playoff spot. Like,
isn't that Jordan's fault? Because, like you said, he was, part owner of the team. Was he the GM too?
He was part of the like, might have been president of basketball operation, but they weren't being built to win a championship that year. Like, that just wasn't the case. The Lakers are being built to win a they're paying luxury tax. The Wizards were not paying luxury tax. That was not the case. Like, at this point, LeBron is measured by championships. But I think LeBron knows he's not winning a championship. He is
right. He won one.
He's padding stats. He's padding stats. Passing Kareem, bro. This is about stats. That's
not his focus. That's not his focus. He's trying to win a championship.
Okay, we can say that, but LeBron is one of the smartest guys to ever play in national basketball. So he knows that team is not a championship caliber team. They're just not.
No, but people are expecting him to win the
LeBron.
Championship. Right.
They
because of LeBron. Yeah. That's what I'm saying.
110. I don't disagree with that. He's in that rarefied air. So for him, it's all about championships.
Right. Okay. Make sure you check out the WNBA May 14th. Thank you, Random Ray.
Appreciate that.
Thank you for that. He's being very facetious, by the way.
Appreciate that. No, I picked up on that.
When he won in Cleveland, that was the best performance of career. Yeah. That's what made me crown him the GOAT after what he did in Cleveland. MJ wasn't padding in Washington. No, I don't think LeBron is padding stats. I think that's just what's happening because he's been
MJ definitely wasn't padding in Washington. MJ,
right.
But see,
but MJ was not able to play at that level that LeBron was playing at 38.
MJ was doing 25-5 and had sat out of basketball for a couple years. I mean, there's, so it's not like, imagine LeBron sitting out for a couple years and then coming back. And I think MJ may.
I think he'd be better because he's rested. Like, his body's gotten a chance to rest and get itself right. I mean, the miles that's on him right now is crazy. Doesn't he have the record for most playoff games?
It may be for minutes. So here's the deal. I look at it the same way. I give him props for what he's doing, but then he also has to take the responsibility as the head guy for if they get knocked out of the playoffs. The fact that they were in a play-in game like that does fall on his head as well.
Absolutely. I mean, heavy at the head that wears the crown. I mean, it is what it is. But from what I'm seeing, the eye test, if the Lakers can just close out these games, I mean, they could have won all 3 games. They just gassed out.
I will agree they were up big in a lot of those games, but I don't think they're a complete team, like, from start to finish. Like, I don't trust them. How we're talking about the Wolves. I don't. And the other thing is, you need D'Angelo Russell for the Lakers to win. You need D'Angelo Russell to play big, and I don't trust D'Angelo Russell in like a 7-game series to string together concurrent games of playing well. I don't trust him.
Me neither. No, you're absolutely right. You're absolutely right. But when he's on,
he's on.
When he's on, and they can win those games. So that's why I think that they're the better team. They're just not able to close these games out. They're just not. They got streaky shooters. Rui, whatever the heck.
Rui Hachimura.
Yeah, he's a big piece too, but he's streaky. So, and their bench, they don't really have much of a bench, but what they've been able to do in, let's say, the first 3 games, and even now the elimination game, dude, to me they're the better team. It's just they
The
just
Lakers are better
don't
than
close up.
Nuggets.
I think they are.
I don't see it at all.
I think they are, man. But I hate Joker too, so there's that. So
Wow, and he's the best player in the National Basketball Association. I don't even think it's close.
I mean, I'm a hater, but yeah, you're right.
I don't even think it's close.
I don't think it's close. I mean,
that dude can dominate a game and score like 8 points.
yeah,
Like legit. The dude is unreal. It's unreal. And he's not like no high flyer. You're gonna be looking at all the moves he's doing, like the oohs. But I like watching him play because just the passes he makes, he hit the guys cutting to the basket, man. This dude's like a point guard. He makes passes like a all-star level point guard. It's unreal.
It is. It is. It is. I hate it, but yeah, it's when he has the ball, I'm worried the entire time. Like, God, what is he gonna do now?
Gotta be.
What is he gonna do now? Because they don't really have an answer for him. But the Lakers, they've been playing, that combo defense on them, like they switch players out and on them and stuff like that. So because they tried to put AD on him, he was dogging AD. When AD said that he should have won the Defensive Player of the Year, he dogged.
Stop. And that's why he wasn't even in the finals group. The nonsense like that. Come on, man. This is the first time you played like enough games to even qualify for the award in a long time. So, man, let's settle down. Let's chill out.
Calm down.
Calm down, bro.
He's playing his ass off, though.
He is. AD is playing at a high level. You got to give him his props for that. You definitely do. So, what's your prediction on the next game? Since you think the Lakers are the better team, are they going to win the? When is their next game?
Then the next, I think it's Monday or Tuesday. They got to go back to Denver, and at that altitude, they're going to gas out. They're going to start strong.
It's 9 o'clock Monday.
9 o'clock Monday. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. They're going to gas out. They're going to start strong and gas out at the end.
I got Denver win. I think Denver's going to come out strong. And the one thing that the Lakers were able to do last night is they were able, because Denver always makes those runs in the third quarter, and they didn't make that. They didn't have that dominant third quarter like they have the prior 3 games, wasn't it?
Yeah, the prior 3 games. Yeah, the Lakers
3 games.
The Lakers they were able to counter, every punch. So they were able to endure. But I did like how Darvin Ham was giving these guys time to rest as well.
Mm-hmm.
So maybe if he can follow that same game plan, that might help. But he had the luxury of doing that because they were up all game.
Mm-hmm.
So what happens when they're down? I don't know.
Right.
So we'll see. We'll see what happens. But I think the Nuggets close them out. If they don't, great. I'll give Ronnie another chance to make history, because no team has ever won down 0-3. And I think only one team has ever won finals down 1-3, and that's the GOAT James. So
yeah, Billy Goat. Okay.
So, but you think Denver's going to close them out as well?
I do. I think Denver. I think you'll see Denver play like a dominant game from start to finish, not where like they get behind big early and then need that. They need it because you see that's why I don't think the Lakers are a better team, because you see when Denver turns it on, they just blow past them. Like the Lakers had a 15-20 point lead, and then Denver they turn it on and it's a wrap. I think part of the thing with Denver is they play so well together. I don't think there's a team in the NBA that plays as well as Denver does together.
Right.
The Celtics can at times, but then Jason Brown and Tatum, they start jacking up threes.
Yep. Start playing that hero ball.
Yep. And Denver it doesn't matter who gets like the glory, the shine or whatever. Like, the Joker, he wouldn't even talk to the media if he didn't have to. He just want to play and go home.
Right.
So he don't even care about the sunshine. He ain't worried about none of that. So
none of that. Yeah. So that's big. They're very unselfish, and that's why they were able to win last year. So
Yep.
But yeah, it'll either way. I'd rather here's this also. I'd rather have to play the Lakers in in the playoffs. I don't
Oh,
want to see Denver.
No, I don't
wanna
want to
see
see. I don't think there's anybody in the NBA unless you're in the Eastern Conference, which means you would be playing them in the finals. There's no one in the West that wants to play Denver.
No.
I'm sorry, they just don't. Now we'll get to some of these other teams. We could jump right in. So OKC, they're up 3-0 on the Pelicans. The Pelicans, Zion's hurt. Yeah, Brandon Ingram and my guy from drawing the blank that they got from Portland. Oh my gosh. It'll come up. CJ McCollum. CJ
Oh yeah,
McCollum.
yeah.
Yep, they're just
He was killing during the last game. Maybe the last 10 games of the season, the regular season. He was killing.
Yep. So I think they'll close it. I think OKC will sweep them. And
yeah, they've been absolutely dominating. The Pelicans hasn't been in a single game. I don't think.
No.
That's crazy. That's Zion's fault.
I'd trade him in the offseason. I don't think you'll be able to count on him for a full regular season and then be healthy in the playoffs. Like I think him and Embiid are kind of that same. Well, Embiid has been much more superior of a player, but I just think to think you're going to be able to count on Embiid for 70, 80 games or even 65, 80 games and then be healthy during the playoffs. And then you see he's got Ball Posey.
Does he?
Yeah, that's because his eye was twitching. Like I think it was after game 1 or 2, his eye was twitching at the free throw line. And then after the game, he would not look up when they lost. I think it was game 2. He had his head down, and when he was doing a post game interview, and he wouldn't look up. And then
I saw that. I didn't know that's why.
That's what it was.
Oh, dang! Yep. Yeah, to make the whole face just kind of go. Yeah. Oh, we got some more flowers in here. Make sure I put them up.
Yeah.
Yeah, whatever, Ryan.
He's right. Ryan's a genius. He's spot on. I couldn't agree more.
He will match up better. They do match up.
They do. They can throw with Gobert and Nazir Reed and your boy Cat. They can throw rotate power forwards and centers at him. So
right. I don't think the big homie agrees with that though.
Which one?
Big homie, you don't agree with the T Wolves match up well with Denver? I don't think he believes that. I think he thinks that the Denver will just annihilate.
Well, last year they said, I think it was either Jamal Murray or it was Jamal Murray or Michael Porter Jr. They said the T Wolves played them harder than anybody in the playoffs did.
Yep, I remember hearing that. Yeah.
So I wouldn't predict the T Wolves to beat them. Like 7-game series, I think the Wolves can win a game.
Yeah, I think so too.
Embiid is soft.
Embiid is soft. Yeah. He's softer than tissue.
Hey man, he did drop 50 the other night though.
He did. I don't know how he's doing that on one leg.
He's shooting threes like a shooting guard, man. It's just unreal. But the problem is he's just always banged up now. But dude is as skilled as any player. Hakeem Olajuwon is the most skilled up until I've seen Embiid. Hakeem Olajuwon was like the most skilled center that I saw play. Like it was unreal what that dude could do.
Right.
Dream shake. He could hit, bank shot 15 footers, dunk. And the thing is, big men weren't shooting. The NBA wasn't shooting 3 points
not like that
back then. So
definitely big man.
That's why you can't really compare eras like that.
Right. Exactly. Yeah, I agree with you. They said a drop a ring that. Yeah, yeah, I feel like they had chances to win them, but I said, what about the kid in Milwaukee?
Who, Giannis?
He's hurt. What's wrong with him?
I think lower leg. I think it's knee or his. I think he strained something. And speaking of that, we'll move on. So Boston right now they're up 2-1. Man, they beat the Heat bad, man. You see your boy Jimmy Butler last night with his pigtails or whatever that mess is he had with his hair, man. That dude was doing some stuff to get attention sometimes, man. That was crazy.
Thank God I did not see that.
Yeah.
I did not see that. Wow. Because they played earlier in the afternoon, didn't they?
They did.
Yes,
they did.
Yeah. So I was in the win.
So the Celtics, they're up. I think was it 2-1 now.
2-1.
I don't think. I mean, Miami got their one. I think the Celtics, that was kind of a wake up call for them.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I expect them to win the next game. And then, man, the Magic, man, they strung two straight wins
Yeah.
against. Went home, went down to Orlando, man, went down to Disney
Their
World,
business.
man, and got a couple W's. So now it's going back to Cleveland. So that'll be interesting because the way they started out, they being the Cavs, I was like, man, this ain't going to be a series, winning
Right.
the first two. But if the Magic can get the next game in Cleveland, man, we might be talking about something right there.
Yeah, yeah. Hopefully they can go out there and steal one. I mean, because they're a young team, they were kind of out of their element the first two games.
Yeah.
And just it's like they were trying to figure themselves out, and they went back home and got real comfortable. And they would to tie that series as well. Now, Mavs and the Clippers, that's a pretty good series.
Oh, it definitely is.
Yeah.
Your boy Kawhi is hurt. Big homie's talking about Embiid. So Kawhi is hurt. He just, I mean, he was making turnovers. You could see he couldn't accelerate.
Yeah.
And they gave him. They're opening up their new stadium. I think it's next year. Out in Inglewood is where the Forum used to be, in that area. So they're opening up a new stadium there. So I get it. They wanted to have kind of some face of the franchise guys. You don't want to go there necessarily with a rebuild, but I would have given Kawhi Leonard like a 3-year extension. I'd have given him a one-year extension, so you'd have that presence when you open up a new stadium. But I don't know, man. Harden has actually been playing the best out of the three of them.
Yeah, it's almost like vintage Harden. Yeah, but they don't. I don't know. I don't think they have enough in them to do. I mean, they're up 2-1, so we'll see. But I mean, the Mavs are. No, I'm sorry. The Mavs are up 2-1. So
facts, Ryan.
Yeah. Dallas is a very dangerous team, man. And I don't know who's better. I mean, it's got to be Luka, but you can make an argument for Kyrie Irving.
You can. I mean, when they get going, man, they are a problem. And then they just, the moves they made at the trade deadline, man, getting PJ Washington and Daniel Gafford and some of those guys, man, they're just, and Derek Lively in the draft from Duke. They're long, athletic. And Kyrie doing his thing. There isn't a guard in the league that can stay in front of Kyrie, man. That dude's he's a one-man trap, press breaker. It don't matter. Whatever you throw at him, man. Uncle Drew can annihilate that stuff. So then he gets by his man, and then you're going to send over help. He just lob it up to one of those guys, and they're going to dunk, or he's going to hit somebody in the corner, and then man, Luka does Luka things. So
right. Yeah, they're very fun to watch. That's for sure.
They are. They're definitely. So man, the Knicks right now, they're up 2-1, but the Sixers, I believe, are currently winning. I think they're up like 8-9 points right now.
Damn.
Games in Philadelphia. So if the Sixers win this game, man, you talking about 2-2 headed back to New York. So
yeah, that should be interesting. I mean, yeah. Hopefully they go. Hopefully just to make the series fun. I'm hoping that the Philly wins, and I think they can. Yeah. That's the goal, man. That's the goal. Hey, I'm holding them down right now.
No, man. Man. You holding the porch down, man.
Hold the porch down. They're like, we're not going to take the group. We're not going to take the group.
No.
You got to go solo.
Man. No, he's like, man, he's writing on the songs and stuff.
He's writing on the songs.
It's a package deal, but
oh man, but wait. So what do you think? You think the Sixers can close that series out in the Knicks?
Man, they can, but it's all going to be contingent on Embiid. Like, is Embiid going to be healthy the rest of the series? Because he's clearly the best player when he's healthy on the floor. In that matchup, and then Brunson he's been kind of inconsistent. So
yeah. Is this I mean, he's familiar with the play because he was in the playoff with when he was with the Mavs, and
down
then they went last year too, right?
Yes. Yeah, I think they played Atlanta last year, if I remember correctly.
Okay, so he's got some experience. He's gotta get back in his bag. But yeah, we'll see. I really don't care either way with those teams. I mean,
I don't. I just like to see good basketball. I'm not,
exactly.
That's all it is. But so man, let's jump over to the to the NFL, man.
You want to look at those Pacers real quick though?
Oh yeah. Oh my bad. Yep. No, but man, Pacers, man, that was a big win on Friday. That was a weird starting game. It was like 4 o'clock, 4:30 or whatever
Yeah.
it was.
That was nuts, dude.
Yeah.
I thought it was a replay, like I told you.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah.
I'm in the gym, and I'm just like, oh, okay, it must be a replay. Got to be a replay. And so I just got back to it. Then you texted me, like, I don't know, like maybe half an hour into the game. I was like, oh snap, that's a real game.
It's real.
Whoops. That's real. Just real quick. Ryan said, I'd love to see Knicks versus Boston. That'd be great for the NBA.
Oh, it would. From
Yeah.
especially those are two staple franchises. So when you get guys, franchises like that are, because remember the Knicks they've really been irrelevant, man, from a NBA standpoint for a long. I mean, they haven't been in the finals. I think
since the 90s.
Yeah, when the Spurs beat them, I think in like 97.
Yeah,
they haven't been to the finals since 97. I don't think they won a final since the 71 or 72 season, I believe. So
damn.
Yeah, it's been a while. I mean, you were like 25 back then. So man, it's definitely been it's been a while. Man, got fired. Sending arrows my way. Okay.
I think I like what Fahim had to say. Pacers are fun offensive team to watch. I agree.
Well, Halliburton, man, they went into overtime. He hit I think it was 115. He hit the big shot, got fouled, man, 3-point play. So that put them up 3 points. So they're definitely fun to watch. And Dame might have strained his Achilles. So if you got no Dame and no Giannis, you have no chance. So
it's over.
That's just a wrap.
Yeah, it's over. And the Pacers weren't pushed over, to begin with. So
right.
Yeah, I think they had the number. At least they were most of the season the number one offense in the league. So yeah, so yeah, it's a wrap. I expect the Pacers to go ahead and clean this up and get these guys out of there and make it to the next round.
Facts, man. So you got any more NBA talk you want to cover, man? Or
that's all I got, brother.
All right, man. Let's jump to the National Football League, man. Big draft just wrapped up yesterday. 3-day draft. So Vikings, did they get their quarterback of the future and JJ McCarthy? What we thinking?
I don't know too much about this guy, but I haven't I've just from what I've been hearing, from you and some of the other folks out there, some of the talking heads. I don't know if he's gonna be the guy. Because that offense that he was in, and Ryan and I were talking about this after the draft, or I think it was Friday. Yeah, I think we're talking about it. He played in an NFL offense with Harbaugh, so maybe he'll be good down the line. But I don't know, man. They can't start him, so that's why I'm kind of like, eh.
No, but you know what? I don't think a lot of these quarterbacks are ready to start right away. If I had my pick, these cats would sit and learn. And we'll kind of get to the Atlanta situation a little bit, but I'd get a veteran and have them start, and then you work that quarterback in. Once they're you think they're ready, a little bit more acclimated with the NFL life. The thing that I like about it is they didn't trade the 11th pick and the 23rd pick to move up to get them.
Right.
They only
he was
traded
there.
Yeah, they only trade a 5th round pick. So I'm fine with that. And I like their 2nd round pick, or I'm sorry, their 2nd pick, Dallas Clark. They did move Dallas Clark. I forget my man's name, Dallas Turner from Alabama. Yeah. He's an edge rusher. Yeah. And I'm surprised. I think if I remember correctly, he might have been the first defensive player to come off the board.
Oh wow.
This wasn't the typical draft. They had a lot of offensive linemen. They had 6 quarterbacks go in the 1st round, I believe, which is wild. You typically don't see that many quarterbacks. Yeah, he's a dog. I know they say he's undersized for the position, but the dude's he's a playmaker. So I just think just get him in the defense, man. Let him
go.
Let him go, man. He'll work on the technician and the move, hand placement, things of that nature coming off the edge. But man, put him out there, let him go.
Yeah, that's the nice thing about when you get those defensive players. Those rookies, it's plug and play, and they can learn the game as they go. But, you can start those guys, right out the game. Quarterbacks, not so much. So yeah, I don't know, man. My thing is who's gonna throw to JJ.
right now it's gonna be your boy
My
Sam.
boy.
Sam, don't call me Aaron Donald. That's who it's gonna be.
Come on, he doesn't have anybody to throw to him. I wouldn't sign with the Vikings.
I would, because I'd be you talking about generational money, man, bro. Imagine if he don't
Yeah.
sign and go tear his Achilles or something like that.
True,
Man. You take that money.
But isn't there anybody else looking for him? I mean, there's other people.
The problem is how the NFL works. The Vikings, unless they traded, they could franchise tag him for the next couple of years. Like realistically, unless he's willing to sit out games and miss game checks, the Vikings could really, for like the next 3-4 years, have him under contract.
Oh, okay.
So okay. You know, if they're going to offer you that contract, make you the highest paid wide receiver in NFL history, I'm taking that money.
Would you take the money and then take a knee until they can get a good quarterback in there?
No, because then they start finding you and stuff, man. Take that money, man. Hopefully McCarthy is the guy.
Yeah, I hope so, man.
That's got to be the hope. Hopefully McCarthy is the guy.
Yeah, Ryan seems to like him. Ryan had nothing but good things to say about him when we were texting back and forth. So, I mean, and I wasn't a big fan of it, but hey, do like you said, they didn't trade down, so they were able to get their picks and all that. So, looks like Ryan's got a hot take. The draft was set with quarterback, wide receivers, O-line. So great defensive players dropped, and teams got real great value at the back of the draft.
I agree. That's what my Eagles ended up. You know, our defense was trash last year, so we got the arguably the number 1 rated cornerback in the draft. We didn't even have to trade up. And Quinyon Mitchell, he was sitting there at the 22 spot, and then in the second round. They got Cooper DeJean from Iowa, and he was projected. Some sites and draft analysts, quote unquote experts, they had him as the number 1 cornerback. So I think he's going to play more of a safety position for the Eagles. But man, they desperately needed help in the secondary, man, and they were able to get their first 2 picks. I would have never thought that would have happened.
Man, the Eagles, they just seem to I mean, God loves them for some reason.
Oh, wow.
They always seem to find I mean, can you pick up what's the one guy? He was either going to Dallas or Philly, and I can't think of his name.
You talking about the running back?
No, was it the running back? I thought you picked up a defensive player.
Oh, we got last year. Yeah, we got the line. He didn't have any tread left. I wish he had went to Dallas. He didn't do anything for us.
Oh, okay.
The one that played for the Colts you're talking about. I know you're talking about. Yeah. Man, his better days were long gone behind him.
Oh, okay. Yeah, don't trip. But you got Barkley, right?
Yeah, no, we got Barkley. I love what they did in the draft, man. They got some Will Shipley, running back from Clemson, man. He's like he's shifted. I'm not saying he's him. He's like a poor man's like McCaffrey, but you don't need him to be McCaffrey because you got Saquon Barkley, but he's a guy you can line up in the slot and play some wide receiver. You can hit him in, hitch routes. You can, running back screen. So they added a lot of weapons in the draft. So I'm really, really happy with the move that they made. Yeah, they do. I hear it all the time.
All the time.
All the time I hear it.
Trust. I mean, that hate is almost where the hate for the Green Bay fans is. But here's the thing about it, though, Ryan. Nobody hates the Vikings. That's the thing. So we have all these rivaries.
No, but they're not really rivalries. Fans hate the Vikings. No, I think the Packers fans hate.
They hate
Chicago. They do, but here's the thing. Chicago hasn't been relevant in how long, though?
But they still hate the Bears more than they hate the Vikings. Because the Vikings haven't been relevant. It's not like they're going to the Super Bowl.
No, but I think some of this is generational, though. I think some of the older Bear fans or older Packer fans hate the Bears more, but like some of the fans like that are our age and younger, like Kobe's age. The Vikings have been better than the Bears have. If you look at the 90s, I'm not saying they were Super Bowl contenders, but man, the Bears have been trashed for like a long, long time. They might, here and there, they had Jay Cutler, they were decent. Brandon Marshall, they were okay.
They went to the Super Bowl in 2007.
They went to they lost to the Super Bowl with Peyton Manning, with Devin Hester, and I think Rex Grossman was the quarterback, but even that team wasn't like people forget they went to the Super Bowl.
I did not.
I think if you ask the average fan when was the last time the Bears went to the Super Bowl, they'd be like, I don't know.
They'll say 85.
Yeah.
When they made that Super Bowl shuffle song, that's when they went.
Right. Walter Payton and the 85 Bears defense. So
I remember. I remember one time you said that the Super Bowl Shuffle was going to be
Lies.
the next Thriller.
Lies.
That's
More
what
of
you
your
said.
more of your lies. True.
Before I even said anything,
I knew
you talk about
you
lies.
were met you because well, I remember when the Vikings got Gus Farrat, you said he was better than Joe Montana. So
Wow.
there we go.
Wow.
Yeah.
Man. Cap.
There's a possibility I just made that up,
You
but
might just make that up. But no, you guys killed it in the draft. So well done. I'll tell you, man, your front office, those guys, they're pretty good, man.
I'll
You
say,
know,
did you hear what Micah Parsons said? So
what's that?
he was doing a live cast during the draft when
Mhm.
the Eagles got the cornerback Mitchell. He just shook his head. He was like, "Man, the Eagles." He's like, "Man, I don't understand this." He's like, "They're the luckiest team every year. How do you guys keep getting these good players?" He's like, "Dude was just shaking his head."
Right, right. I'm telling you, man, God loves y'all, man. Ryan said Bears and Lions for trash for 2 decades. They've been Vikings versus Green Bay my lifetime. Yes,
That's what
same,
I mean, and
same,
he's right.
same. But the hate that I give Green Bay Packers, they don't give it back. You know what I'm saying?
Okay,
They're like,
you would know more of that.
oh, that's cute. That's cute. Did you hate us? You're not. We don't even know who you are.
They probably don't even
We're
think he was a threat. So yeah,
I mean, they don't. They don't. I mean, they'll poke at me like when the games when they're starting. You know, when the games come on and stuff. You know,
right.
like, yeah, you know, we play each other, whatever. We're gonna poke because that's what we're supposed to do. But the hate isn't returned. The hate isn't returned to the Eagles fans either. They're like, that's cute. Yeah, you guys are
Well,
cute.
but you guys aren't. We don't look at the Vikings as like a rival, though. You know what I mean? They're just you got the
Right.
Eagles got enough to deal with the Dallas Cowboys and the Giants and well now the Commanders. Like so, which
So,
is
yeah.
which is
Yeah.
funny, man. Week 1 down in Brazil, they're playing Green Bay to open up the season. So
but they can't wear green, so that's
that's
hilarious.
crazy.
I no, they're not going to be. I think BJ's talking about still going to be trash. Who, the Vikings or the Eagles? Because the Eagles
I don't think the Eagles.
are
I mean,
not
the Eagles
trash.
made the playoffs, so I wouldn't have called them trash. They definitely collapsed.
Yeah,
You know, in December, but
yeah, yeah. My ex was ex Packer fan, and they weren't afraid of the Vikings. Yeah,
yeah.
yep, yep. The hate is not returned, and I want it, but they want the Bears. Oh yeah, the Bears are going to be. Yeah, I mean,
But hey, but I'm gonna be honest though, man. The Bears made some moves. They made moves. They're surrounding Caleb Williams with talent that they did not surround Justin Fields with. I mean, they got Keenan Allen from um, the Chargers. They spent top 10 draft pick on Roma Aduzie, wide receiver from Washington. They got DeAndre Swift from the Eagles. He's their starting running back.
Wow.
Yeah, and then they had DJ Moore from that. So man, he's got a lot of talent around him. They got a good young tight end there. So I wouldn't sleep on the Bears. I'm not saying Super Bowl or anything like that, but man, I think the Bears are going to be a much improved team.
You think it might be a CJ Stroud situation?
Not quite. I think like year 2. I think in a year or two, I could see them making that move because they're hell bent on surrounding that quarterback. When you get a young franchise quarterback, you got to do the opposite of what the Panthers did. Then they gave Bryce Young no love down there. No love.
Set him up for failure.
They did. I mean, he wasn't a big quarterback, you know, stature wise anyway, man. And pause, the dude took a pounding.
Right.
He took a
no Diddy. No Diddy.
Yeah, facts. Get that out, man. Go ahead. That's a precursor before you go into it. But yeah, man, my guy was getting murked last season. So
yeah, he was.
You can't. And then the thing about it is, people always talk about the physical aspect, but it's the mental part of that too. Man, you take a quarterback's confidence. You know, you're the first pick in the draft, and then you suck. You have a bad year, or people are saying you suck. Man, that has to hurt the ego a little bit, man, the psyche. So
yeah, definitely. Yeah, I mean, yeah, because part of the game is being confident. Especially at that level and that speed of the game. You know what I mean? Like it's just especially at a quarterback. I mean, you gotta know your checks.
All that. And he's
stuff,
not
man,
a big guy either. You know what I mean? So like, nah, man, what Ryan just said right now, man, he dropped he's speaking facts. Rome Aduzie, wide receiver from Washington. So you got Marvin Harrison Jr., Marvin Harrison's son.
Yeah.
I think he, in my opinion, was the best wide receiver in the draft. But Rome Aduzie, man, he's a beast. I mean, he can run all the routes in the route tree from wide receiver position. And then like you'll see, mark my words, you'll see when they get into the regular season play, you'll see how like they'll be inside the red zone there won't be a DB that'll be able to stay with him. You
Mm.
know, it just out routes,
Wow.
just everything. Dude, he's a beast.
Okay.
He is an absolute beast. If you play fantasy football, man, he might be somebody you can get
Might
maybe
want to pick him up.
a sleeper a little bit later in the draft. So, and
Wow.
you know, I think he is somebody that can contribute for you. So,
well, I can't wait to use him on you in Madden.
you don't even play Madden.
I don't play.
I know it's not live. Cut it out.
I always get the game. I always download.
I get it.
Always
Don't
get
play
the game
because I retired you
play
from 2K.
Never in your life. Never in your life.
First, I retired the big homie, then I retired you. So
I know you retired the big homie, but my power, look, my powers have increased since last week.
We're back to that again.
Yeah, yeah. So Ryan said, Chicago. If QB1 in Chicago turns out, that offense could be scary. Yeah.
Facts. Caleb Williams, that's going to be the key, man.
Yeah.
If he can, you know, make the plays and, you know, throws he's supposed to play. And I like that, you know, they're building a strong running game too. That's like any quarterback, but especially a young quarterback. That's their best friend, man, is a good running game. Because you can run the football,
absolutely.
You alleviate so much pressure off of that quarterback.
Yeah, man, you can start doing whatever you want, man. The play action passes and all that stuff. You know,
that's one of the things the Vikings got to do. They have to, for JJ McCarthy, you got to get, because Aaron Jones is long in the tooth. Like he can't, he's not your running back of the future. You got to get a young running back in there to pair with JJ McCarthy. And I don't know if they got a running back and Ryan, you can help us out on that. If the Vikings ended up getting a running back on day 2 or 3 of the draft, I didn't see that they did, but like they need to get a young running back in there to help him out.
Definitely. Yep. They definitely need a young stud. I mean, that was our issue last season. You know,
your boy over there, man, dropping the ball, man. Didn't that dude have like 5-6 fumbles like before the season, before like the trade deadline? Did Madison have like 6 fumbles? It was crazy, man.
Yeah, Shell was like, cut him tonight. She was so mad. She was mad.
He reminds me. You remember Jalen Reagor, who you guys had?
Oh, yeah.
Okay, so the Eagles drafted him over Justin Jefferson.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, man. Okay. So that dude was fumbling. Man, one of the fans went in his DM on
Instagram.
On Instagram, and they were like, man, you cost me my fantasy football game or win that week. He was like, I was going to buy you a sandwich. And then I don't know why Jalen Reagor replied. He was like, you better shut up, man, for I'll beat you up in real life. Then the fan replied, man, aren't you only like 5'8"? And he was like, with that attitude, you won't be getting a sandwich.
I don't know why these people even try. Stop.
Come on. You are not going to win with social media, man. I wouldn't even reply. I'd scroll like I didn't even see it. Like, right. I ain't see nothing.
I ain't see nothing, man. People are so funny. All right, so I like our young running back that started to emerge last year.
Which one was that?
Yeah.
I cannot remember. I know there was a young. I don't remember if you. Is he talking about Ty Chandler from North Carolina? Is he talking about? I don't know.
Yeah, Ryan, can you clarify for us? Like best wide receiver duo plus tight end and top 4 O-line.
I'm gonna throw the challenge flag on that, man. I think I'm gonna throw the challenge flag on that, man. I'm gonna throw the challenge flag. I think AJ Brown and Devontae Smith and Dallas Goedert might be the best wide receiver and tight end group in the NFL.
Yeah. But they got somebody to throw to him.
Yeah, they do.
Yeah, so I don't care what we got as weapons. We don't have anybody to throw to him.
That's true.
It's a wrap. And we don't have anybody to throw to him. I don't know who this JJ McCarthy kid is, but I don't hear great things. So
we'll speaking of throwing to your former quarterback, man, guess he got his feelings hurt when the Falcons took a quarterback in the first round and caught him off guard.
He was like, whoa.
Yeah, he was, man. His agent was like, they're confused. We thought this pick was going to be used to help the team. But, I mean, I don't feel sorry for Kirk Cousins. He just got $100-something million, like 90 to 100 guaranteed. You're 35 years old. What was his ACL or his Achilles he tore?
His Achilles.
You tore your Achilles. You're not even healthy right now for like OTAs and all that stuff. So
right.
they're telling you you're the quarterback now. He's not a threat. So get healthy and and get down there and ball out. You should, in my opinion. I think if you're healthy, the Falcons are the favorite in the NFC South.
Yeah, it's a weak.
It's a weak division. It's either them or Tampa Bay, and I don't fully trust Baker Mayfield, but that's a separate conversation. But man, get down there and do what you're supposed to be doing. But don't be complaining about you've been through this before. You were drafted with RG3.
Right. And you survived that.
You survived that. You ended up, basically taking his job and then bounced. So like that's the NFL. They always say like Mike Norvell, he's a head coach of Florida State. When he goes out on a recruiting trail, I was listening to a kind of a speech he was giving. He said he tells everybody on the roster, I'm going out to recruit somebody to take your job.
Yeah.
That's how it should be.
Iron sharpens iron.
Facts.
Yeah.
Facts. If we don't perform at our job, guess what? Man, they're going to have that job wreck up and they're going to go get somebody to replace us.
Yeah, absolutely. They'll post it immediately. Penix has 2 ACLs.
He does.
Damn.
Man, he does.
Shoulders and 20. Okay.
And man, he can throw that football. He can throw it, but that's an injury. That is an injury.
That's right. He does. Yeah.
That's an injury because people don't remember he started out at Indiana. And then he transferred from Indiana Hoosiers and went out to with the Washington Huskies. So man, but the thing about it is he's gonna have time to, to get healthy, learn the system, learn behind Cousins, but Cousins just come and do your job.
Right.
That's what you need. You're not getting any sympathy. The only time, like, to me, if Cousins was like 25 and you went and did that, then I'd be like, okay, you got your franchise quarterback. He's got another 7-10 years. Right. Why are you wasting a pick, on a quarterback, especially a top 10 pick? But you're 35 and all the stuff we just talked about, like they have to protect themselves. What if you come back and you tear your injury again?
Odds are he will. Odds are he will because it was a non-contact injury.
Mm-hmm. It was. You're right. You're right.
So odds are he will hurt himself again. Same type of play might be in practice this time. It's just it's an old man's injury. We talk about it all the time. You start losing that elasticity in your late 20s or early 30s. And that's basically what happened. I was surprised by the pick at first as well, but once people started kind of explaining it and your take as well, I was like, oh, that actually makes sense because the Vikings didn't do that. And you saw what happened when Kirk Cousins went down.
And that was my thing. I was saying a couple of years ago, you and I were texting about it, but even telling other people that I know that are Vikings fans, I'm like, the Vikings need to invest in a young quarterback. Can you imagine if they had done that a couple of years ago and gotten whether it was Purdy or somebody like that, and you had them sitting behind Cousins and Cousins wants to bounce? Okay, we got a quarterback already on deck. He's been practicing. He knows our offense, and he's thrown some passes to Justin Jefferson. Just slide him in,
Yeah, plug and play. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, plug and play. Another hot take. You're committing to $100 million guaranteed over 2 years, plus what they're going to pay Penix. Penix won't see the field until he's 28. Possibly.
There's a possibly, but we're also banking on Cousins staying healthy for 2 years. So I agree. They did commit the money. And I don't know in hindsight, I don't know if they knew, if they go back in time, like, okay, we knew Penix was going to be there. If they would have signed Cousins or would they signed a quarterback on like a one, like say maybe they would have went for a Russell Wilson.
Right.
You get Russell Wilson because you only got to pay him. He got 1 year and $1.2 million from the Pittsburgh Steelers. So
didn't Denver have to still pay him?
Denver owes him all that money.
That's right.
Now I don't know if Sierra want to be down there in Atlanta with Future. I don't know about that.
Well, she's from Atlanta.
That's what she's from there.
Right.
So.
Yeah. So okay, they got him to pick 8.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. But the more it's explained to me, I'm like, okay, maybe that wasn't such a bad pick. And like you said, they're like, whoa, he's still on the board. We might as well just go ahead and pull the trigger.
Because I remember people getting mad when now I agree with this situation when the Eagles had Donovan McNabb, franchise quarterback, was still in the earlier part of his prime, mid prime. They went and drafted Kolb. This Kevin Kolb quarterback from Houston, man, he didn't have any weapons at that time. We had like James Thrash and Todd Pinkston, man. He had some guys that should have been at like Coles or TJ Maxx, man, instead of playing on the squad, man. Like these dudes, and no knock to them places, but all jokes aside, man, they should not have been in the NFL. And then that one guy, Hank Bassett, he was married to what's her name? They had a little reality TV show. She had blonde hair. Forget her name, but
I know what you're talking about. Then he played for he played in Indy for a while.
He played in Indianapolis for a while too. Yep. But
Yep.
they had just these no name wide receivers, and like, man, you could have traded that pick and went and got a veteran wide receiver, or you know what I mean, like somebody to add. So like that situation, I get it, but an aging quarterback that's coming off a, I don't know if you can call it career-ending injury, because not in this day and age with the way technology has advanced. I don't necessarily know if you call that, but he is older, man, and it's not like he did it at 25, did it at 35. So
right, yeah. I'm with it, man. I'm with it. They had weapons already, so
yeah,
we'll see.
We'll see.
See what happens with that, man.
We'll see, man. But before we get out of here, man, let's talk about that crazy picture I sent you. You didn't think it was real, man. That Guardian helmet, man, it looks awful. So just to give some backdrop, and I wish we could post it up here so the folks could see it, but it's like a shell. So it's going to be a shell over the actual NFL helmet, and they're giving players permission to wear that during the regular season.
I'll see if I can pull it.
I guess, yes, fact, sis. That's who it is. Kendra Wilkinson. That's her name. I would have remembered as soon as we got off, like an hour later, I would have been like, her name would have popped in my head. That's exactly who it is. So yeah, dude was trash. Dude was 100% trash. But
did you email that to me, or did you just? I think you just sent.
No, I sent it to you in IG.
Oh yeah, I'm not gonna be able to pull that. Damn.
Yeah, I said, can you pull it? Are you able to do it in text or no?
No. I can probably Google it.
It's a Guardian helmet. GUAR. It should just pop right up. Sis, dude was horrible, and then he scored like one touchdown a season and start dancing like he's on Soul Train. Like, man, that's your lone touchdown. Just relax, bro. Get you some Gatorade and go have a seat. Nobody needs to see you dancing.
Like he on Soul Train.
Yeah, yeah.
See if I can get to it. Give me 1 second.
Yeah, but basically, yeah. I guess the idea. Yeah, so that's the helmet. Right here? Yeah, or you see like the ones that are on the players. Any one of those that's on the players, like it looks ugly, like aesthetically it looks ugly, but it's supposed to help with like impact, and it's supposed with reducing concussions, head trauma.
Do y'all see it? Not let me open it up.
It's all good, but yeah, you guys, anybody, you can kind of get the gist of what we're talking about. But so I don't know how that's gonna look, man, on it goes over the helmet, so you won't see the team logo on that, I would imagine. But if you got guys out there that aren't worried about how it looks and they just want to play and they want to make their money and extend their career. Yeah.
I mean, they probably find a way to get those logos on there.
They could. I mean, so you play football, but if you were playing in the NFL, right, and they were like, this will help with head trauma, this will help you prolong your career, would you wear something like that? Or
oh yeah, absolutely.
I would wear it, but they said some of these guys, it's just not. They're going to worry about how they look.
Yeah. Oh, who's it? Okay, I got to put these up. Yeah, I mean, it don't have to be pretty. I mean, it's an ugly game. You know what I'm saying? It's brutal. It is brutal. So yeah, I'd rather be safe than look good. So I'm sorry to put these up here. Shell, you're not feeling those?
No, they are ugly, but man, think about some of these cats, man. Like you're talking about just some of the injuries they have after, the trauma they have after their playing days are over.
Right.
So to be able to, prolong your career and then you're healthy after your football, life. That to me, because your life is more important than, some of, playing in the NFL 5 years or 6 years. Because That window, that playing career window is so small, and you got the rest of your life. You have kids, grandkids, etc. Man, and some of those guys, they don't know what's in. I don't. Allegedly, I don't know if it's been 100% confirmed, but they talk about the CTE, and you've had some guys committing suicide, and I saw a special, man. One of the guys was talking about like I forgot who it was, but he said he has to go in like light, coming through the windows and stuff. He's had so many concussions during his playing days that he has to go into like dark rooms and stuff like that, like during the midpoint of the day, just because he can't deal with the light outside. Like that's a horrible way to have to live and spend the rest of your life. So,
yeah. No thanks. Yeah. Bring him out. I mean, they're already trying to make the game safer anyway.
Mhm.
So I'd rather see them do this than the crazy rule changes that they're doing. So, yeah, we'll see. We'll see how many actually wear these.
I don't think very many will.
Probably not. Probably not to start. Probably not this season, for sure.
Yeah, it could be something where you see a couple guys doing it, and then it kind of it picks up over time. But they said like the football, the impact sometimes, and again, you play. They said it's similar to like a car crash because your body's not made to be having somebody run into you full speed like that. And you got 200, 300-pound guys, running into you and jumping on you and stuff like.
Yeah. My back is still messed up from a tackling drill I
For
did
real?
in the ninth grade. Yeah, from during fall camp. And Ryan will remember this guy, Billy Robertson, and it was a tackling drill where you're on your back to blow the whistle, and if you're the ball carrier and a tackler, and you jump off your back and you just run each other full speed. And he hit
Oh,
me.
you talking about the Oklahoma drill?
Yeah. And
Okay.
he hit me to the point where it bent my head down and it just pulled something in my back, jacked it up. I never went
Dang.
to the doctor or anything for it. It was just like,
Yeah.
you're 14, 15 years old. You'll be fine. Throw some dirt
Right.
on it. But I didn't practice maybe like a day after that. I don't think I practiced the next day. Maybe
Mhm.
the next 2 days because it's 2 days basically. So,
Right.
but after that, went back into it, man. But I've been dealing with that injury ever since. It hurts. I'm dealing with
And
it
you know what?
right now. Like
See?
it's like a nerve. It's like you got nerve damages in your neck or whatever. Like
Yeah.
it's like that constantly.
And that probably ain't going nowhere, especially because it
No,
wasn't addressed. That was so long ago. It wasn't.
right.
Who knows? If you go to the doctor, they might have been like, "Hey, you need to sit down, or you need to do some rehab, or we need to," you know what I
Mhm.
mean? And
Yep.
yeah,
Yeah. Now I'm
that's
old.
about chronic injury. And now you're
Yeah. Yep.
old.
Yeah. Old and
Because I
fat.
mean, that was ninth grade, so that was what, 85, 86. So that's a long, long time ago. But
Okay. You're a jerk. It's 90. What was it? What was it? It was a
ninth grade, that
92.
was just it'd be early 90s
Yeah.
because I was in ninth grade in like 94, 95. So
Yeah. Let's see. Ryan said I play hockey 2 years professionally. Thankfully, I'm not dealing with brain injuries unless it's Jameson whiskey. Good, good on you, Ryan. Yeah, I don't ever remember you being injury prone. I was injury prone. You might not remember that, but I
So
was.
were you like the Embiid
Yeah,
of the Apple Valley squads?
yeah. That was at Egan. Apple Valley, I was pretty healthy.
Okay, that was Egan.
At
Okay,
Egan, I was getting hurt a lot. Oh, you've had
4 torn ACLs.
damn
Oh man,
shit. Yeah, I've only had I had a torn ACL and MCL. I got that in the ninth grade as well.
dang.
Uh,
Ninth grade was a rough year for you.
Oh, ninth grade was bad, man. Ninth grade was bad. But at at Egan, I was hurt a lot. Apple Valley, I wasn't hurt a lot during football, but track, I pulled my hamstring all
Big
the time.
homies. Look at the big homie.
Yeah. My hamstring and track, yeah. And I was good. I was good too, man. But yeah, I just couldn't stay healthy in track. So yeah, we played football and baseball together. I sucked at baseball
I remember you told me you were the next Kirby Puckett before you got
though.
hurt.
Whatever. I couldn't hit a ball. I couldn't hit a ball, but I was a lefty, so I could throw a pitch, but I don't really like
Yeah.
it. But we played basketball together. As well, right? We played more basketball together than baseball. Um, but yeah, definitely football. But yeah, man. So yeah, to make the game safer, prolong these careers, I'm with it. So
I'm with it too. I'm with it too. So man, so you out in the field, you're traveling next Sunday. So man, we'll get together, man, and figure out we'll have to figure out figure out a day, man, and chop it up. Go from there, man. We appreciate everybody tuning in, participating on the show. And you got you got your show coming up this afternoon, do you?
Yeah, that's coming up in about 40 minutes.
Okay. All right, my man. Well, again, everybody enjoy the rest of your Sunday, and we appreciate you logging in and chatting with us for a little bit.
Nice. I appreciate it, guys. Remember to like and subscribe. Tell all your friends. Share alike. Appreciate it, Jig, man. You have a good rest of your day, brother.
All right. You as well, my man.
All right. Peace.
All right.